Guess what? We have some good news. Lady Liberty is not mad at us or the travel ban or any of that stuff because the lights are back on at the Statue of Liberty. Earlier, the statue was suddenly plunged into darkness. No word yet on whether or not it was a power failure, but Lady Liberty back in the spotlight, just like we like her, right?
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that panel?
I think they had so many televisions on the Don Lemon show, it cut out power.
There's power, I know.
It's fitting at a time when refugees are literally fleeing to Canada in order to have their
go.
sorry for being so serious, but like actually people's lives are on the line here.
Send your tweets and your comments to Peter Beinart, everyone. Back with me now, Alice Stewart,
She's
Peter
waving.
Beinart.
Goodbye.
Hillary
Goodbye. Goodbye.
The world as we knew it is now over. So Hillary, listen, in the middle of the president's tweet tirade on Saturday morning about President Obama wiretapping his phones, he also took the time to tweet about Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Apprentice, and he said Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't voluntarily leaving The Apprentice. He was fired by his bad, pathetic ratings, not by me. Sad end to great show. What do you think?
I think that Donald Trump's in love with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks, and I agree.
Went ahead. Okay, so he spoke with, Schwarzenegger spoke with Michael Smerconish on his radio show. Here's what he said. She gave it away.
Final question, unrelated subject, but I'd be derelict if I didn't ask. Why do you think the president is fixated on you? Why does he keep talking about you through his Twitter feed?
I think he's in love with me.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
You've had a long relationship with him.
Oh, yes.
That's all you're saying on that. Thank you, Governor.
Absolutely.
Well, he also talks a lot about
as they say
Don.
on Seinfeld, not that there's anything wrong with that, but go on.
He talks
Arnold
a lot about,
Schwarzenegger is the only guy who has a better chest than Vladimir Putin.
he talks a lot about you, Don, so maybe he's in love with you as well.
I've always thought that. I think that he really likes me. That's why he talks about me so much. So.
I think the president is in love with success, and he said that the show wasn't going to be successful, and he turned out to be correct, and so he likes to talk about things that he's in love with.
So he's in love with
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
He's in love with the
Anyone's
Apprentice being successful.
Anyone's standard is a huge success. He was a governor. He's, so anyway, go on.
Right, we've now become lulled into this completely parallel universe of Donald Trump in which we all of a sudden, this is just kind of normal. It's worth remembering, George W. Bush, when he ran for president in 2000, said he was running to restore the dignity and honor of the office after Bill Clinton, right? There was a time when Republicans actually cared about that. Now we have a president of the United States who just randomly insults B-rate movie actors, and we think, it's kind of cute, right? This is crazy. It's just totally crazy. We just gotten used to it.
No, we haven't gotten used to it. We haven't gotten used to it. And it's, as I said, I did my take last night at the beginning of this show. It's hard to sit here and have these conversations night after night after night and pretend that this is normal. This isn't normal by any other standards.
It's the new normal.
This would not, no, it's not, it's new, Paris, but it's not normal. So, don't even try to characterize anyone who has unsubstantiated claims about a former president, even if it were true, he should present the evidence. That's not normal, nor is it nice, nor does it rise to the dignity of the Oval Office.
Well, and frankly, the idea that you would kind of put the entire world on edge with a tweet about wiretapping relevant to, foreign agents, and then in the same moment,
by the way, say, Arnold Schwarzenegger's ratings suck.
Tweet about a television show ratings. It sort of makes you think, what does the president think really matters in this country? And so that is not normal, and it's not something that we ought to get used to.
When I said it's the new normal, look, the American people knew this about the president, the then candidate. They knew that he liked to tweet. He knew that he liked to talk about things that most politicians, longtime politicians, don't talk about. And then yet and still, they voted for him to be president of the United States, and he's continuing to do that. And
are you okay with all of the things he says?
Would I tweet them around, or would I do that? No, but that's what he likes to do.
That wasn't are you okay with it?
I'm okay with it because it doesn't bother me. I don't think what a person tweets around does not have any effect on his ability to lead this country or his or her ability to be an effective CEO.
So how can you say that
I'm able to separate the two.
Twitter is a form of communication. How can you say that what the president says doesn't have bearing on his ability to lead the country?
I don't think
no sense.
I don't think anybody sitting at the table right now watching Don Lemon every single night thinks to themselves, oh my gosh, I can't get a job. How are we going to pay the bills? Because Donald Trump, the new president, has talked about Arnold
but I think
Schwarzenegger.
they think the
No,
president
that-
is crazy, and that's very
a terrible
important to the country.
trivialization. That's a
Yeah.
terrible trivialization what
Yeah.
he said. I thought Julia Kayam on an earlier segment tonight, Don, made a really
Quickly, I
important
gotta go. We're
point,
way over
which
time.
is
We're going into
what-
3:60
How do you
or something.
trust? How do you know that Donald Trump, when we have a real crisis in this country, when something
know.
serious actually does happen, how do we know? How do we trust that? How do our allies trust it?
Can we instead of doing what we did before, can we continue this conversation in the next block, producers? Yeah. Okay, so don't go. We'll continue. We'll be right back.